The iPhone 16 Pro Max, a new peak? It's here, the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Every year, we ask the same question, is this the peak? With Apple, the answer is rarely simple. The 16 Pro Max is an evolution, a refinement of what we loved about the 15 Pro Max. But is it enough? Let's dive in. This phone demands attention. It's the biggest, boldest statement from Apple yet. We'll break down the upgrades, the compromises, and help you decide if this is the iPhone for you. First impressions? It's sleek, familiar, yet subtly different. Apple knows what works. They've honed their design language over years. This phone feels like the culmination of that journey. But enough about the hype, let's get into the details. We'll cover the good, the bad, and everything in between. No phone is perfect, but some come closer than others. Stick with me, and you'll know if the 16 Pro Max is worthy of your hard-earned cash. This is more than a review, it's a deep dive. The 16 Pro Max retains the flat-edge design of its predecessor. It's a look that screams premium. The build quality is impeccable, as expected from Apple. You get that reassuring heft when you hold it, but it's not all about looks. The real star of the show is the display. Apple calls it their most advanced OLED ever, and for good reason. The colors are vibrant, the blacks are truly black. Scrolling through content is a buttery, smooth experience. This is thanks to the ProMotion technology with its adaptive refresh rate. The bezels around the display are noticeably thinner. This gives you even more screen real estate. Watching videos on this thing is an absolute joy. Apple has really outdone themselves here. Under the hood, we have the A18 Pro chip. This is the engine that powers the entire experience. And let me tell you, it is a beast. Apps launch in a flash, games run without a hitch. This phone can handle anything you throw at it. Apple's silicon has always been ahead of the curve, and the A18 Pro is no exception. It's not just about raw power though, this chip is also incredibly efficient. Which brings us to an important point: battery life. This phone easily lasts me a full day, even with heavy usage. That's impressive for a device with this much power. And when it does run out of juice, charging is a breeze. Overall, the performance of the 16 Pro Max is simply unmatched. Section 4, Photography. Prowess capturing moments in 2025. The camera has always been a strong point for iPhones, and the 16 Pro Max takes it to a whole new level. The photos this thing captures are simply stunning. The level of detail is incredible. Colors are accurate and vibrant. One of the new features I love is the camera control button. This gives you quick access to all the different shooting modes. It's a small touch, but it makes a big difference. Whether you're a casual shooter or a pro, you'll appreciate the improvements here. Video recording is equally impressive. You can shoot in stunning 4K resolution at high frame rates. The stabilization is top-notch, and the audio quality is crystal clear. If you're serious about mobile photography, the 16 Pro Max is the phone to beat. Section 5, should you upgrade? The verdict on value. So the big question, is the iPhone 16 Pro Max worth the upgrade? If you're coming from an older iPhone, absolutely, the difference is night and day. But what if you have the 15 Pro Max? That's a tougher call. The improvements are there, but they are incremental. The display is better, the performance is faster, the camera is improved. But are those upgrades worth the premium price tag? Ultimately, the decision is yours. If you want the absolute best of the best, go for it. The 16 Pro Max won't disappoint, but if you're on a budget, the 15 Pro Max is still an amazing phone.